that what they've built is so different than what you've been watching the last 8 years. Doesn't that count for something? Isn't that more important than being able to pick 4 or 5 spots higher?
Well, I think the biggest thing here is, I used to really concern myself with where the Broncos are picking because they were bad and because we didn't have a quarterback. When you feel like you have your quarterback and you're not selecting a quarterback in the first round or the second round, then now it's fine. Who cares if you're picking 20th or 22nd or 16th? It doesn't matter anymore. And so it's better when you're picking later because you're not looking for your quarterback. Now you're just building around the quarterback. Let all those other teams reach on quarterbacks. And you're in a much better spot when you're picking 20 when you have the quarterback position figured out than you are picking in the top 5 looking for a quarterback. It's a hard thing to do.
We say good morning to Mark Schlereth, who joins us now, fresh off his TV show. How you doing, Stink?
Man, I am doing great. I enjoyed the conversation. I've been sitting here listening to you guys, and I'm 100% with you. I think one of the things that happens when you pick later is you pick based on evaluation. You picked based on when you pick in the 20s and below, you've truly evaluated those guys. I think sometimes when you draft high, do you do the evaluation? Yes. But you know what you do? You make excuses for shortcomings. You're like, yeah, but, he didn't play at a great, or, this is, and like, we're going to fix that, or my expert tutelage, and you're picking on potential, you're picking on workouts, you're picking on athleticism, you're picking on jumping over boxes, you're picking on a bunch of crap that doesn't matter. And I always say later on, after 20, in the second round and the third round, you're truly evaluating those guys based on their football ability, not on their ability to be a track star. And a lot of teams fail in the early part of that's why the Jets always pick in the top 10. And that's why the bad teams always pick in the top 10, because they do the same thing over and over and over and over again. They draft on potential. Man, if we hit. The other thing is because of the rookie wage scale, it doesn't hamstring you as much. So they'll take a flyer on a guy they hope turns out, and if he doesn't turn out, they're like, oh, well, we'll just can him and move on and do it again next year. Sam Darnold didn't work out. Let's move on. Zach Wilson didn't move out. Let's move on. It's just the way bad teams are.
I think also what you see probably a little bit later is you are picking BPA, best player available, later. Early on, you're looking at the size. You're looking at this guy. Oh, we can't pass on this.
And position.
Yes, we can't pass on this. Yeah, we can't take a guard, top 5. I mean,
right.
we have to take this pass rusher. We have to take Bradley Chubb. Look at his dimensions. We don't want to pass on the next Von Miller. And then when you get a little bit later in the draft, I think it frees you up just to take the best player available, whether it be, pass rusher, corner, it kind of offensive lineman, doesn't really matter. But I think it helps you, and that's it. You see the Ravens, they've done it forever, where they're picking in the 20s, early 30s, and they're just taking the best. The player just falls down, and they're just taking that outside linebacker, they're taking that cornerback, and they're just building their roster around their quarterback.
Stink, we've been asking Broncos, Colts, leftovers, getting some of the stuff that slipped through the cracks in the immediate aftermath of discussing the game yesterday. And the concern, now there's a lot of enthusiasm for the Broncos winning season, looking like they're going to go to the playoffs. But the idea that I'm hearing from some is that, are the Broncos regressing right now? Are we seeing a team that's starting to show some cracks, whether it be defensively in the Cleveland game or Bo in this last game tossing the picks? Do you see a team that's regressing in your mind?
No, I saw a team that found a way to win. I saw a team that found a way to win coming off a bye week. And listen, man, there are some guys with really good bye week records like Andy Reid. We always talk about Andy Reid coming off a bye week. Man, coming off a bye week is tricky, especially when you got a bunch of young players and you're trying to establish what you are offensively. So that's hard. And You know, you look at the Broncos defense. Okay, they gave up 13 points. They gave up some big runs. You know, they gave up a couple of plays. I get it. I get it, but I tend to look at what they did in the second half of that game and the way they created turnovers. And we're going to have a telestrator. What do we do it Tuesday? Telestrator Tuesday.
Telestrator Tuesday. Stoke already did his and once again knocked it out of the park. No pressure.
Way to go, Stoke. There was no. I mean, I don't feel any pressure. I just expect.
Really?
I come into it.
Really?
I come into it expecting Stoke to knock it out of the park.
He's trying to wedge drive here, Mark. That's what he's doing.
I know.
That's what he's doing. It's all right.
Do you think I go? Oh, Stoke did it. Pfft. What does he know?
I think he's
like,
a bum.
He wants you to take a shot at me that you're going to do better than me. Then he's going to pin us against each other. It's typical Evans.
All I'm going to say.
Come on, dog.
All I'm going to say, and I think that the devoted listeners who pay close attention would agree with me, is that, Stink, you've picked up your Telestrator Tuesday game a little bit more since Stoke arrived. That's all I'm saying.
No. That's not true. It's not true.
So with you, the standard is the standard?
The standard has always been high. The standard is always incredibly high. So yeah, and you're not gonna what you're doing right now, trying to drive the wedge between Stoke and I, is foolishness.
Okay, foolishness.
Dion, it's just foolishness.
Foolishness.
It's absolute foolishness.
I got to finish your.
But I
watch
what they were able to do, what they were able to accomplish, Mike. The way they played defensively, the creation of turnovers, the intelligence with which they played. They're a savvy group, man. A savvy group. And the way Bo Nix bounced back and threw 3 touchdowns, the way the offense bounced back. They got issues, yeah. They can't run the ball. It's not like they've regressed. They haven't run the ball all season long. So, no, I don't look at it as a regression. I look at it as, wow, to be able to kind of overcome some of the issues that you have and find ways to win. We always talk about, hey, winning, finding a way to win. Winning is a skill set. You got to learn how to win. Shoot, they're learning how to win. And now we're going to criticize them for it? Stop it. It's foolishness.
Time now. Go ahead, Stoke.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you want to respond to that.
I did, but I forgot what you asked him. He talked for 10 minutes. So I don't even remember what was the question.
And I'm the one driving the wedge.
What was the question? I don't even
I'm
remember.
going to kick Stokes. Hey, Mike, I'm going to kick Stokes' ass and tell us straight on Tuesday.
I don't even remember.
Now it's personal.
You asked him. Regression?
Yeah,
Something
regression.
About,
regression.
Yeah, now I remember. Okay, now it's coming back to me.
I know.
Took a second.
Hey, a lot happened over the last 10 minutes,
yes.
okay?
Whew,
life comes at you fast, man.
No.
I sat here for 7 minutes waiting to get on.
Man.
So
World's smallest
you
violin
actually showed up on time today. That's what you're telling us.
No meatballs.
No meatballs in the hallway.
Yeah, you know what's sad, guys? There were no smack rolls in the cafeteria or in the kitchen today, and I'm just very upset about it.
Forced to show up here a little earlier than usual.
Feel bad for you.
Yeah.
No,
now I'm just going to eat plain yogurt. It's not even going to be fun.
I don't think they're regressing. I think this defense is still playing at an extremely high level. This defense has carried this football team all year. I think what's really hurt them offensively is the turnovers, the interceptions that we've seen here. But they still won the last couple games. And to Mark's point, I mean, that's the most important thing here. But, no, I mean, I think this team is just limited offensively with no running game. They just can't turn the ball over. That's the biggest thing here has been the turnovers.
Time now to hit